Hello students, here is the question which is from famous book IE Urdu, problem number 1.91. The reason for discussion of this question is to make two concepts clear to you. One is the concept of friction force and the second concept is radius of curvature. In my previous video, I discussed the detailed theory about the radius of curvature topic. I discussed what is curvature, I discussed what is radius of curvature, and we also came to know how to calculate, how to find radius of curvature in physics problems. Many students or teachers use a predefined result, a predefined formula of finding radius of curvature, but that is not required in such problems. That is not required, right? So let me discuss this problem. This problem is about, as you can see in the title of the problem says that we have to find maximum velocity of a car ride on the horizontal sine curve. In the problem, they have given the equation of sine curve, which is y equals to a sine x over alpha, and a and alpha they are given as constants. Here they have written that a car moves uniformly, which means the speed of car is not changing. The car moves uniformly, that means it is going with constant speed, and that too in the horizontal sine curve. So it is not rising up and falling down. I mean, it is on a plane surface, right? Uniformly, that means uniform speed, and it is on the horizontal surface. The only correction is that it has the trajectory or the track or the path on which the car is moving, that path is specified by a sine curve. So if this is the starting point of the car, let's say if the car starts from a point, then the car will move on a track which is a sinusoidal track. So this curve is the track, or it can say it is the path of car. The car will move like this. So if I draw a picture for you, then the car will start like this. Our car will begin from here, right? And this car will move on this track with some speed v. Remember, it is in the horizontal plane, it is not in the vertical plane. That these 2 points, the starting point and the topmost point, they are on the same ground level, right? Do not confuse with gravity. There is nothing associated, there is no rule of gravity in this question. Now, in previous video we discussed what is the curvature, right? What is curvature, and that was discussed how fast the tangent drawn to the curve changes with respect to arc length. And we discussed this is a very conceptual question. So listen very carefully. If I draw a tangent at this point, then this tangent will be in this direction. And when I move by a certain arc length, my tangent goes in the downward direction. So over a very small arc length, the direction of tangent changes by significant value. So if the tangent rotates or turns by a very larger angle over a small arc length, we call it curvature is very high. And when curvature is radius of curvature, if you talk of the radius of curvature, then the radius of curvature is low. Curvature is high, but the radius of curvature is low. Now, so that is my critical point. This topmost point is the critical point, because at this point the car will take a very sharp turn, because the curvature is very fast and the car has to take a turn in a very lesser arc length. While moving for a very small distance, it has to turn by a very large angle. And as per the driving experience, we all know that if we try to turn the car in a very small angle, if we try to turn the car in a very small angle or along a very small arc length, the chances of skidding or sliding are very high. So the maximum probability of skidding of this car will be at this point, because at this point the curvature is very high. That means the tangent of car which is moving like this has to change very fast in this direction. So if my car is moving in this direction, it has to suddenly change the direction, and there is a very high chances of skidding at this point. So this critical point, if we can safely cross this critical point, if we can cross this critical point in a safe manner, then my problem is solved, the maximum velocity of car ride. Now, let us find the acceleration at that critical point. To find the acceleration at that critical point, we will use the equation of trajectory given to us, y equals to a sin x over alpha. I will differentiate this equation with respect to time. So if I differentiate this equation with respect to time for 2 times, so I differentiate this equation 2 times with respect to time. So I get double derivative of y on the left hand side, and if you differentiate it 2 times, you will again get back sine function, and then you will also get a over alpha square, and then here you will get dx by dt square. That's a math differentiation for 2 times, double differentiation. And this dx by dt, notice that, what is dx by dt? Right, so dx by dt at this critical point, I will redraw the picture for you. At that critical point, if you draw your car, it is like this. So that car, when the car is at this critical point, it has a velocity along tangent of the path. So that v at this critical point is parallel to the x-axis. If you draw x-axis in this direction, then this velocity is parallel to the x-axis. So this dx by dt is nothing but velocity at this moment. At this critical point moment, the direction of velocity of car is parallel to the x direction, and therefore you can replace dx by dt by v. This v is actually dx over dt at this time. So now you will replace dx by dt by v, and you will also get a negative sign in the differentiation. And remember, d2y over dt2 is nothing but acceleration. We all know from kinematics that second derivative of position, second derivative of any coordinate gives me the acceleration. And the negative sign in this expression, you are getting a negative sign. So negative sign in the second derivative of y has a physical meaning that at this moment the acceleration of car is towards downward side. This is the direction of acceleration of car, and that acceleration of car has a magnitude a over alpha square, and this dx by dt will be replaced by v square, and their sine x by alpha at this point will be 1, because it is a sine curve and here is the maxima of the curve. And if it is the maxima of curve, this expression sine of x over alpha will be maximum at this point, that is 1. So now we have got the acceleration of car, we have got the velocity of car. Newton law says that acceleration is the consequence of force. Acceleration is the consequence of force. Any acceleration should be caused by some force. So this acceleration must be because of some force. And what are the possible forces? Notice that everything is in the horizontal plane. So this acceleration is also in the horizontal plane. So which is the force which is responsible? Which force is responsible for this acceleration? There are forces on the car which are mg and normal force, normal reaction force. But the force mg will be, since it is completely in the horizontal surface, the force mg will be like this in the downward direction. The force mg will be in the downward direction into the page. I can draw that mg by a symbol cross. Mg is into the page. Normal reaction force will be out of the page. So these two forces are in vertical directions, whereas your acceleration is in the horizontal plane. So obviously these two forces cannot participate in the equation for acceleration. The equation of acceleration is force over mass, Newton's second law, that is the force divided by mass. So which force will appear in this equation? Mg cannot appear because that is in the vertical direction and the acceleration is in the horizontal direction. Normal cannot appear here. Now the only possible force is the friction force, and it means the friction force on this car must be towards this side. You must have friction in this direction, and that friction must be capable of providing this much acceleration. We all know friction has a limit, so there must be sufficient friction to give this acceleration. So I will write now equation as a v square over alpha square is this friction force divided by mass, and from here you can get the value of friction force. That friction force will be m a v square over alpha, but as per the law of friction, as per law of friction force, this value of friction force must be less than or equals to the highest possible friction force, which is given by the coefficient of friction k times normal reaction force. The value of friction force obtained cannot be more than this term, which is law of friction, and normal force should be equals to mg. So if normal force is replaced by factor mg, you can replace the normal force by the factor mg, then I missed one alpha, here is alpha square. So this is alpha square, here is also alpha square. Now you will replace this normal by mg, and when you replace this normal reaction force by mg, n equals to mg, because they are equal in magnitude, opposite in the directions. So normal will be replaced by mg, and when you replace normal by mg, you get v less than equals to alpha k g over a square root, and that's the maximum limit of velocity. So students, my purpose of selecting this question for discussion, selection of this question for discussion was not to impress you for Iredov questions. Actually, I wanted to discuss how to find acceleration without any formula which we do not know. You can always find acceleration by differentiating the trajectory equation. You can always find. The only thing is you must be capable of, or you must know the complete theory of differentiation and sometimes integrations. So if you are comfortable with calculus, integration and differentiations, it's very easy to find out the acceleration part, right? This d2y over dt square, I will repeat again that the second derivative of this position coordinate was acceleration. That was the acceleration of object. Acceleration as per Newton law is always a force divided by mass, and we all know if that acceleration is in the y direction, we must have a force in that direction. If we have acceleration in that direction, we must have a force in that direction, because this friction force or any force can create the acceleration. I hope the concept is clear to you. If you find any difficulty, always free to write the message in the comment box. You are most welcome. I will try to explain this question again. Till then, take care and bye bye.